Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to one of my live videos. And yes, as we always do on this channel, I have just been researching some stuff up to see what is currently going on. The breaking news is about Chelsea now. They have been trying to negotiate a deal with Sandro. I think they've had a couple of bids rejected for the player, but I think now they are, well, they were willing to spend up to £61 million for the defender, looking to break the world's defensive record fee as it has happened over the current years. City broke it with Walker, City broke it with Mendy. And Mendy's 4 years younger than Walker. Monaco wanted £50 million. So, anyway, Chelsea for the entirety of the transfer window have wanted Sandro. They've got Morata in there now. They've got Bakayoko. They've got Rodiger. And they're looking to add more ranks and depth into their squad. But the backline's not the main issue, really, for Chelsea. They've got, as I said, they've got Gary Cahill. They've got Azpilicueta. They're obviously John Terry's left after 22 years over there at Chelsea for 2 decades. They've got Azpilicueta, Gary Cahill, David Luiz, Alonso at right back. So Chelsea basically fine at that right back position, but they've targeted Sandro for the entirety of the transfer window. We know Juventus, will they accept this bid? I know it's a lot of money when it comes to offering loads of money for a defender, especially. It's hard to currently turn down, but they may be still resisted and reluctant to currently sell the player Alexandro. He's one of their important right backs. He's very good at that right flank position, and obviously he's in the same calibre as Dani Alves. Dani Alves was generated as one of the best right backs in the world back in his Barcelona days. Still is good now though. You know, and Juventus have lost 2 key players. They've lost Bonucci. They've lost Dani Alves, you know, the champions. And they did well last season, we guess, into the Champions League semi-final, should I say. But Chelsea are making inquiries and they're confident they can currently get him on the board, Sandro. He is a fantastic player. So Chelsea are willing to put a £54 million bid in for bids that have been currently rejected in the past. So that is basically their main priority target. So would that depend on Alonso getting first team football then with Chelsea if they did get Sandro in? But Juventus have stood firm with the likes of Sandro, probably Paulo Dybala as well. But if they offer the right kind of money, you know, you can get the players that you do want because it's all about money's football. But I do really like Sandro. He's been at I think he's been at Porto in the past and Santos as well as Sandro. But Chelsea are interested in the player. And also, Chelsea have made inquiries about Herrera, the PSG right back. As I did say, he'd agreed personal terms with Manchester United. He'd agreed personal terms with Man United. It was 95,000 a week, I think it was, or something like that. And a 27 million valuation. Now, Chelsea were looking to hijack that. Inter Milan and now Paris Saint-Germain have currently joined the race in this as well for the Herrera, but he was keen on making the move anyway because he's not going to be guaranteed that first team football, and he was going to be signing a 4-year deal. This was stemming from France the other day, but with the bad reputation he's got, it may not be Jose Mourinho's favoured player, but now it has quoted out with Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Milan in the race, it may come to a conclusion for us to currently sign the player. Because a right back, do we essentially need a right back? You know, we've got Valencia, our advanced right back. He'd be Valencia number 2 because I think his Herrera's work rate's fantastic. I think he's got tremendous speed. I think he's a fantastic player, and that would then even more make Fosu Mentu fall down the pecking order even more. So, and I wouldn't be sure what would be happening with Darmian in that sense if that did happen. So, as I did say, Chelsea are looking to add more ranks into their squad. Also, they've looked into Van Dijk at that centre-back position. We know Liverpool have been in there. There was something to do before about illegal actions or something of tipping up Van Dijk from Southampton. They've raised him as a £60-70 million player. Van Dijk has been injured since January. I think he's recovered nearly now, and he currently missed pre-season. I think he may want to leave Southampton. Do you think he's worth £60-70 million, Van Dijk? I do not really know, but Conte wants another 4 signings. He wants another 4 signings in this transfer window, does Conte. So, also Chelsea have looked into the midfield. You know, they've looked into Renato Sanchez. I think that's been abandoned now. Renato Sanchez, I think Liverpool are interested. They could be emerged as the front runners in this. With Renato Sanchez, is a player that's at Bayern Munich. He's been at Benfica, as I've said before. We was interested. AC Milan have been interested, but he wasn't a main priority target for us anywhere. He is still a young 19-year-old. I would have preferred Matic over him anywhere, because he's more highly experienced, is Nemanja Matic and Renato Sanchez. And Renato Sanchez hasn't really met them expectation levels. He hasn't really had chance to perform at Bayern Munich because he hasn't had them minutes under his belt to do that. And Carlo Ancelotti quoted out he is adamant to sanction the player off. He is adamant to sanction Renato Sanchez off. So we'll wait there. He was adamant to sanction him off, and he wanted to depart the club as well. As much as the big club he's at, you know, he wants to basically make the move because it's being guaranteed. And his glowing reputation in the Euros was absolutely fantastic. So, very, very good player. He's versatile. He can play on ride rolls. He's good at going forward. Good in the air also. So, yeah, Chelsea have also inquired about Danny Drinkwater. As I keep saying, Danny Drinkwater he'll be another good midfielder for them. Conte is looking to get another two midfielders in alongside Kante, alongside Bakayoko, maybe alongside Hazard if he stays. He may do, he may not, I don't know. And also they have lost match as well, so they're looking for an alternative replacement for him as well, the £40 million they received for Matic. So Danny Drinkwater, Chelsea are inquiring about this. I think he has made it clear he does want to leave Leicester. He recently signed a 4-year deal with the club. He has played with Kante in the past. Kante, Chelsea did buy him £30 million. What a buy he was. I thought he played fantastic. He won the PFA last season as well. Played fantastic in the middle of the park with Matic last season. I thought they performed fantastically well, especially Matic in that instrumental role. I thought they all played fantastically well. But Danny Drinkwater is a player that has been at Manchester United in the past. He's a player that earned himself in the England squad, you know, with his fantastic performances for Leicester. Was fantastic in the year Leicester City won the league. So Chelsea making inquiries about him, but Craig Shakespeare may not sanction Danny Drinkwater off. So we'll see. So Chelsea, I've looked into numerous targets in this transfer window. I said the way the transfer window is going, Everton have spending big. Well, they've spent big. Chelsea are doing well now. We're starting to get the business up. City have done fantastic business. Liverpool still need players in that team if they're going to be a competitive team. They still need players if they're going to be an elite opposition, which they are an elite opposition anymore. You know, they're not a team that's going to ever win the league, I don't think. They're not a team that's going to, you know, the team for me, Liverpool's expectation now would probably just to be maybe competing more in Champions League for their point of view, which I don't think they will anywhere, and to get top 4 because they're not going to win trophies because I don't think they're strong enough. So that's my opinion on this. So any more latest news to update? Right there. As I updated you earlier on, Eden, as I did say with Eden Hazard, he's a player that's another important figure for Chelsea. He's a player that's good, he's strong, he's quick, he's good in the air, very good at going around defenders, good at feeding players ahead of him. 16 goals last season. He has been at Chelsea for 5 years now. Eden Hazard, fantastic player. He plays currently in that number 10 position. Does Eden Hazard in that instrumental role that he plays in? I think he'd elevate himself to that higher level if he did go to Barcelona. Eden Hazard, but he's an important player for Chelsea, and he's been at Lille in the past. He's made loads of appearances for Chelsea. His performances have been sublime in that midfield. The way he interacts in that midfield is absolutely unbelievable. World class player. But Chelsea will not. I don't think Chelsea are willing to sanction the current player off. Whether Eden Hazard's representatives have been, whether anyone's what's the word now? Attempted to have talks with Eden Hazard's representatives over his potential move at Barcelona, I do not know. But Eden Hazard has made it clear that he does want to make the move to Barcelona. As I did say, whatever players Barcelona target, it's going to be big money involved when it's like especially world class players such as Eden Hazard, and it's hard to turn down big money I've seen in the past. But if you offer the right kind of money, you will get the player that you want. But Chelsea may be reluctant to currently sell the player, unless they may do it to raise some more funds, considering the amount of money they've already spent and they want some more players. I do not know, but it's an important figure for Chelsea, and he's snubbed Real Madrid off because Real Madrid have been interested in the current player as well. Chelsea have also been interested in Oxlade-Chamberlain. Maybe Arsenal will not will to sell to an arch rival. Chamberlain is a good player. He's another player that's currently coming to the end of his contract at Arsenal. So too is Sanchez. So too is Ozil as well. So, but then he did come out with some bizarre comments saying it's ideal with players that are coming to the end of the contracts, and he did come out with some really bizarre comments. But Chamberlain was injured last season. His performances at England are fantastic. He's been injured, so he only made 16 appearances for Arsenal last season. Chelsea had plans to play him as a converted right back. They had plans to play him as a right back, did Oxlade-Chamberlain. So Chelsea have showed their interest. Liverpool have showed their interest in the player as well, because Liverpool do need to address the midfield, because now they've got Coutinho injured, they've got Adam Lallana injured, they've got Coutinho injured. So Liverpool, as I did say, they still need, and Emre Can could be going, so they still need players in that midfield. The Liverpool, they still may need possibly another attacker if necessary. So Liverpool need to hurry up and do business in this transfer window, because they'll be frustrated with the lack of investment. So that's the thing. So that's what I'm saying on the situation. And as I did update earlier with the scenario, Liverpool still have hopes on signing Naby Keita from Red Bulls. A player, they want that number 8 because it's vacant, and he plays in that number 8, so he can fill that spot. Liverpool can Naby Keita. I don't think it's likely now he's going to be extending his contract with a club. The German publication had reported before bids had been rejected from Liverpool. I think they've had 2 or 3 rejected. I think there had been negotiations going on, but they have stood firm. But I think Naby Keita does want to leave Red Bulls, and that's been Liverpool's main priority target, to get Naby Keita. He'd be a good signing for Liverpool. He's a very dynamic box-to-box midfielder. He'd dramatically improve Liverpool's midfield, you know. And it'd be good in that midfield if Coutinho were to stay. He had Naby Keita there. Adam Lallana would come from injury, you know, and all that in the mix. Liverpool would have a strong midfield, so. But I still think they need a couple of more players, do Liverpool. So, with Philippe Coutinho, as I updated you early on, guys, that's basically been one of Barcelona's main priority targets, basically to replace Neymar. That's been maybe the number 1 target on their radar of the list of the replacements that they're looking for Neymar. So, they've got this money. They can burn money out for fun for the players they want, and if you offer the right kind of money, the players should go, because football is all about money. But there again, twist other side of the coin. If it's your essential player, then you have to maybe think about it. But with Philippe Coutinho, apparently his journalist had confirmed this. Also that he wants to leave Liverpool. They've had bids rejected of Barcelona. They've had a 72. They've had an 89. Now they're willing to plot in over £100 million at Barcelona. Philippe Coutinho's another world-class player who's been at Liverpool for about 4 years now, been at Inter Milan in the past as well. And his performances are absolutely sublime. 13 goals last season. Very agile player. Very good at giant forward. Good in the air also. And Coutinho would be fantastic in that mix, in my opinion, with Suarez and Messi. He'd be going to a much bigger club with a fantastic fan base, and he'd be interested to see how he would participate in a new facility, which would be Barcelona. When you're playing with class players such as Messi, Suarez, you know, he should be alright playing amongst good players. So. But anyway, apparently they have been in negotiations. There's been negotiations between Barcelona and Liverpool over a potential move. I think Jurgen Klopp, though, resisted and reluctant to offload the player. So now, apparently Barcelona have ended their interest in the player. They're interested in now Depay. That's another player Juventus may not want to sanction. As I've said, they've sanctioned a couple of their key players. But Depay, who scored 11 goals and 7 assists last season. His performances are absolutely sublime. He would probably fit into the Barcelona agenda. He's done well at Juventus. His performances, the way he contributes, the way he finishes, his finishing assets, he's fantastic. And what a player Paulo Depay is for Juventus. But they have looked into him of Barcelona. They may have to basically pay maybe 90, 100 million pound for the player. If he is available, I don't know if Juventus are reluctant to sell Paulo Depay, or if he's got any intentions of leaving Juventus, then I do not know. But they have offered some replacements in the situation. They've put Andrea Gomez there and Rafinha as part of the deal for Paulo Depay. So I think Barcelona have been in discussions with Juventus over making a potential move for the player. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And what's the other? As I updated you about Ousmane Dembele, as I did say, Barcelona are prepared to make a 90 or 100 million pound bid for the player. More things are going to be discussed further down the line when the director goes to Germany to talk things through about a potential deal, and so too the representatives as well will be negotiating a potential deal for the player. I think he's keen on the move is Ousmane Dembele. That is another priority target for Barcelona, but he's one of the highest prospects in world football. His performances for France are fantastic. Very good two-footed player, absolutely fantastic player is Ousmane Dembele. And he's just basically in the same calibre as Kylian Mbappe, so he's not going to come cheap, but Barcelona can afford this amount of money, so more things are going to be discussed for Ousmane Dembele. He's going to be in the top 2 or top 3, as I said, when Ronaldo and Messi retire, is Ousmane Dembele. And Barcelona have eyed Griezmann out, but with Griezmann, as I keep saying, Wavfran basically said he is now happy. He has got a buyout clause. That can be activated by Barcelona because they have got the money to do it, but I think he will have no urgency or desire to leave Atletico Madrid, so he could be still a potential target for us in January. May not happen now, as we did get Lukaku. For us, though, we've got Lukaku, we've got Rashford, we've got Martial, and with all them on pitch, we haven't got a substitute striker. And I think Mkhitaryan's good on the right. I think his performances are better in that number 10 role, though. But all we need is that creative winner, so that's only the problem now. We need that creative winner. Marino's looking to get another player or two in at the most now, so yeah, and also Barcelona have been interested in Di Maria, the PSG player. PSG may offload, are willing to offload some players anyway to raise some funds back for the Neymar deal, to raise some funds into the club. Di Maria has been a possible target for Barcelona as well. Also, Verratti's been in the equation. So they've offered teams some of their players as part of an exchange for players, but we'll see what happens. They've looked into absolutely loads and loads of players of Barcelona for a replacement for Neymar. So that's about it. So anything else to update you guys on today? And Barcelona have also made inquiries about Mbappe as well. Apparently now, as what I've just said online about Mbappe, this is going to depend whether we get Bale with the Mbappe situation. If Real Madrid capture the sign of Mbappe. Apparently, there's just been a picture posted with Sané and Mbappe holding each other. Sané, the current Manchester City player, and Mbappe holding arms together. So could that stir up suggestions now? Could he still possibly make a move to Manchester City? Because Manchester City have been interested in signing the young 18-year-old. They have been in negotiations before of Manchester City with Mbappe. Real Madrid have been in negotiations before with Mbappe. Barcelona have discussed things with Mbappe's agent before to try and get a potential deal moved. We know Arsenal have put a huge staggering amounts of money in for the player. They've been rejected by Monaco. But with the Mbappe case, with the Mbappe case, as I said, one of the highest prospects in world football. Fantastic player, 29 goals in all competitions last season. Fantastic player, and it's a bit insanity judging one player after one outstanding campaign with Monaco. So it's a bit insanity. So we'll see. So it's basically it's going to be, you're going to be paying up to 160 million. It's going to be nearly touching 200 million pounds for Kylian Mbappe, who's going to become on that radar, on that list, as one of the world's most expensive players, and you know what I mean, probably one of the highest paid players as well as a youngster. So absolutely, that'll be astronomical business. Let alone the Neymar deal, that'll be absolutely astronomical business. You know. Getting a player who's done fantastic well after one season for that staggering amounts of money. City were prepared to pay about £140 million for the player, and City have already got five players, two of them are Monaco players. So City, if they want to get Mbappe, they're doing even more better business than they have done with Monaco. So we'll see. So. But it had quoted out that Mbappe does want to leave the club. He's a Real Madrid supporter to start with. It'd be interesting to see how he'd play amongst other players and communicate with other players. And it'd be just interesting to see how the player would participate, because he's only at Monaco and he does want to leave. We know Thomas Lemar wants to leave. So it's being basically cleared out by Monaco, and the managers set these players for sale. So we know the vice president said when they were in the process of securing Mbappe a new deal, but Mbappe's not going along with this. He does want to make the move, and this is depending on, if he goes to Madrid, we'll get Bale. If he doesn't, then we probably won't get Bale. So I do hope he goes to Madrid and we'll benefit from it by getting Gareth Bale on the board. So that's what you've got to take into consideration, guys. Anything else to update you today? It does get confused sometimes as that I'm at transfer rumours, you know. Transfer rumours are fluttering around. With Thomas Lemar, Arsenal are preparing to put a new bid in. I think it's I can't remember, but I think they're planning to put a new bid in. They are still on negotiating. They are still negotiating for the current player. He's adamant that he does want to leave. Monaco are still finding an alternative replacement for the player. But Thomas Lemar is adamant that he does want to leave, and they're losing all the best players at Monaco. They have raised money. They're going to raise a lot more money, but they've got to find them individual replacements, you know. So it's not nice losing all your best players, but as I said, when big money's thrown at you, that's what happens. So Thomas Lemar, I think, as the journalist reported before, he said he will make the move to Arsenal. He tweeted all the Arsenal supporters, and he basically will make the move to Arsenal. A player that scored 14 goals and 17 assists last season. Very, very fantastic, agile, hard-working player, very creative player. And for the entirety of the transfer window, Arsenal have been interested in the player. You know, they've had 3 bids rejected, you know, so Monaco were standing firm, but now it will happen now. Arsenal will get Thomas Lemar on the board, so we'll see. And with the Sanchez news, he claimed he was sick before. He hasn't attended a pre-season game, but Arsenal play Chelsea tomorrow, I think, and he will be currently fully fit, and he will be attending that current match. Arsene Wenger has cleared him as a fantastic he's a good footballer. He loves football. You know, and he said he respects him, and he's just basically praised him, admired him. He loves football. He's classified him as a winner, and he thinks as though they can do fantastically well this season with Sanchez, the player that's coming to an end of his current contract. So, to be fair, since Sanchez has returned to training, since he had that flu, he has looked happy. He has looked happy with the rest of his teammates, and he's had discussions with Arsene Wenger as well. So we know Bayern Munich have been interested. We know City. He was keen on reuniting with Pep Guardiola at Manchester City, was Sanchez. After a fantastic bond, they bonded fantastically well together at Barcelona. He's only won about 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons with Arsenal. Arsenal still got problems in there. They've got Lacazette, who's going to guarantee him 20-25 goals a season at least. He's already performed fantastically well in the pre-season games for Arsenal, but Arsenal still need more depth in there. And City are keen on making the move have made the move for the player. I think they have inquired about it, but Arsene Wenger are still standing firm in the situation. You know, you've got Ozil coming to the end of your contract. They've got Ozil coming to the end of the contract. They've got Sanchez coming to the end. He probably may sign another deal with Arsenal. He probably will, to be quite fair. Whether Wenger's going to offer him a new contract, I don't know. If he's going to offer him maybe £290,000 a week. He has been demanding a £400,000 a week contract. PSG are not going to get him. The president, PSG and Arsenal have got a good relation together, you know, especially with the president and Wenger. You know, president did say if they're going to step their interest, he's going to have discussions with Arsene Wenger. So he's just basically explained most of the narrative, said how good the communication is between the two clubs and that, you know. So yeah, that's what has basically happened. I think Sanchez may have second thoughts now, you know, for the things that I said before. I want Champions League football, you know, and Arsene Wenger's rebuffed everything. He said it was mistranslated, did Wenger, and he doesn't believe in any of it. So now it could be second thoughts, and he could basically now be staying at Arsenal. So you hear things every single day. So we know Monaco are also in for him as well. There's lots and lots of teams in for Alexis Sanchez. So of how much of a quality player he is, you know, Arsenal wouldn't want to lose one of their key players. You know, his performances are fantastic. You know, and if they lost Sanchez, who would be the other player apart from Lacazette who would score their goals? And that's what you've got to take that into the equation. Lacazette is a world-class player, but if you lost Sanchez, who would score your goals? Probably Lacazette. That's about it. And you know, that's the thing that you've got to take into consideration, because Arsenal are a team that are not a big elite opposition. They always bottle it when they're during the season. They always bottle it when it comes to winning titles. They always bottle it and slip away. You know, they're not a team that's not very competitive in the Champions League also. So, but there again, you've got to take, there's a lot of elite oppositions in the Champions League, so you've got to at your best, you've got to have a fantastic squad, you know, and that's the thing, and that's what you've got to take into consideration. And any more latest news? As I did say with the Bale situation, it's all dependent on Mbappe. That is all I'm waiting for. Mourinho is being public basically for Bale to go public to accelerate the move. I think Bale wants the move now. I really do. It's been confirmed by Florentino Perez and Zidane that they're willing to sanction Gareth Bale off. He's the favoured player to get sanctioned from Real Madrid. It's reportedly a price tag of £90 million, just a bit more than we paid for Pogba last summer. But Mourinho did disregard it. He said it was like a mission impossible because he didn't think Bale had any urgency to leave Real Madrid. So he's a player that's won mighty honours at Real Madrid. He's been there 4 years. He was fantastic at Tottenham. He's been at Southampton. He's fully Premier League proven. He's Gareth Bale. And what an absolutely fantastic player. We've been interested in the player since 2013. We know Real Madrid have already raised £100 million, but they're looking to raise maybe 90 million so they can secure the deal for Mbappe. He's got tremendous speed as Bale. He's good in the air. He's a player that can put balls into the box, can Gareth Bale. Fantastic crossing abilities. As I said, he's got everything. He's got everything. He's got all the attributes that he can bring to Manchester United. So he has been banned up to the Premier League clubs as Gareth Bale. He has been banned up to the Premier League clubs, and he has been injury prone. That's the only reason he has had the starts, because he has been injury prone. And you've got now Benzema who's signed a new contract. You've got Ronaldo who's going to div in a couple of years' time. I updated you on the Ronaldo news earlier. So, and for Mbappe to go in there, he'd want first team football, and that's why they have to offload one of their players, because he wouldn't be guaranteed that first team football. And for the youngster, it'd be interesting to see how he participate. And to me, if we got Bale, he's 28, he's still got quite a few years ahead of him, you know, to elevate himself more at Manchester United. With Ronaldo, he's 32, you know, he's getting older now. He's 4 years older, or is it 3 years older than Gareth Bale? So in a way, if we did get Bale, we'd get more time out of Bale. If we got Ronaldo, who was potentially a better footballer, he'd score more goals, but we'll probably get less years out of him than we would with Bale. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens, guys, as we always do on this channel. All we do is update you with the latest transfer news, what's going on. Also, one thing to say, I haven't heard much news about Ross Barkley lately because I haven't researched it up. Sigurdsson, I haven't mentioned that at all, or hardly any of my videos, because I don't know what's really happening with him. I think, have Everton been in for him? Have they put a couple of bids in for the player, and it's been rejected? I think Swansea are rating him as about a staggering 50-60 million pound player, Sigurdsson for Swansea. I'm going to look more into that because I haven't really looked into it. But from my perspective, with Tottenham as well, I think they've got a fantastic squad as it stands. They have been very consistent for the last couple of years, but they've got the likes of Dele Alli, they've got the likes of Harry Kane in there. They've got a class team, but I still think they need to add another player or two at least on the board. You know, with Dan Oliva, a lot of time he's reluctant and resisted to sell a lot of these players, and Tottenham are in this transfer window. They want to spend, they don't want to sell. They've sold Kyle Walker, but now they can use that 50 million to get a player on the board that they need. So they are still yet awaiting their first significant signing of this summer. So they will be frustrated at this moment in time. They'll be frustrated this moment in time, will Tottenham. They will be pretty frustrated with themselves. They will. So we'll see. We'll see. Is there anything else to update you guys on today? But as I did say with the Bale situation, Real Madrid have tried involving David De Gea in the situation as well. Mourinho's confident David De Gea is going to stay anywhere, so he will not get sanctioned off, even if we were to miss out on Bale. But Real Madrid are claiming they want Bale for part of they want David De Gea for part of the Gareth Bale deal. But we're not going to sanction De Gea off. He's one of the best keepers in the world, and Real Madrid have got that long-standing interest. They've been interested in the player for like about 2 or 3 years now. So we're not going to sanction David De Gea off, because it's going to be hard to find an alternative replacement goalkeeper if we do get rid of David De Gea. So that's what you've got to basically take into consideration. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. More things will update as it always does on the reports. So all you've got to do really to find out your transfer rumours, if you maybe if you get a football app, you'll see all the latest rumours. Fotmob, One Football app. Go online, read the Daily Star, read the Guardian, read news reports, or go on some football apps, and it'll tell you the information you need to know. And then you just talk about what's being said, and that's how you find the transfer. That's how you find all the latest news of what's going on around. So that's just to notify you guys about that. So, and everything reports daily to daily, and we always report on it. Whether it's I always report on it, whether it's true, whether it's a fake narrative. We always report on what's being said in the press and what the media said. So that's just to notify you guys. Anyway, guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments and likes below on my video, and take it easy, and I will see you all later. Bye.